My cat is being so cute. Alright, are we live? Let's double check. That's not the window I wanted. Okay, we are live. Let's make sure the audio's working. That's acceptable. Cool. What's up? It's been a while since I've streamed Duel Masters. If you know me, you probably know why. It's because I've been editing. I edit a lot. I work a full-time job and edit for multiple clients. It's a good way to get out of the rut of student debt and save towards a house and some needs in my life, and I'm very proud of that. I thought today might be a good day to talk about something cool that I heard that got me thinking about life and just being a person. Of 72 Roman emperors, only one retired while they were emperor. Most of them were murdered or died in ways that were, not willed by someone else, like accidents and stuff or disease. But Diocletian was the only Roman emperor that retired normally out of 72. And I think that's interesting because when we have something really cool in our life or really good in our life, or just something that makes us happy, like a relationship, like some sort of power or influence, like some sort of job or opportunity, sometimes we try to hold on to it and we try to keep it in our lives through our actions. And I saw a lot of that in the fact that all of these Roman emperors never retired. They held on to power even when it was waning and the people took it back, or even when they weren't the right fit to be the emperor. And in my life as a person, as someone who's made YouTube videos, as someone who, exists in an attention economy, I've had my own amount of wanting to be loved and wanting people to pay attention to me and wanting to have people in my life. And I'm finally at a point where I can be happy taking inventory of what I have and the life that I live without wanting more and without, how do I put this, trying to hold on to anything that may be waning or anything that may, not be what I thought it was. I'm really lucky for that. And I'm sure I'll stumble along the way. And I feel like as someone who streams a game that no one pays attention to, like Duel Masters is very popular in Japan, so that's not fair to say, but a game that like people in my social circle generally only care about because I care about it. People on the internet, on like social media, can't be bothered to take a look at, even though I genuinely think Magic players would love it. There's only so much you can do, and at a certain point when you love something, you don't need it to be anything else. Like, I don't need people to love me to love me. I don't need people to love Duel Masters for me to enjoy Duel Masters. And I'm content with that. So for the very few of you that tuned into this, I appreciate you doing so. And I wanted to give you a little something back just from my imperfect brain. And as a content creator that, I've slowed down what I'm doing on the channel. I've still got things planned, but I enjoy editing for other people. I've kind of accepted that I'm a lot better at that than being on camera. I'm a lot better at that than being you know, a personality. And that's not a detraction from myself. I'm just good at editing, and there's nothing wrong with that. And, you know, I wonder how many Roman emperors could have been something much more than a Roman emperor if they had just been willing to step away and recognize what they're good at and what people like and what they like and where that converges. And anyways, I'll get off of my soapbox. Thanks for listening. Let's play Duel Masters until I lose, eh? This is a very weird meta. I have one tier 1 deck and another tier 2 deck. The tier 2 deck is Red Joker, which is kind of hit or miss, and then the tier 1 deck is Lab Man. It gets less shut down by the top decks and has more counterplay, but it can also, you know, it can whiff. So we're gonna do that because Joker is it's like mono red. It's very linear. Either you win on turn 4, or you get lucky and eke something out, or you just get demolished. And I like, I don't know, in Magic I've always played more aggro decks in 60 card formats. But in Duel Masters, I've been giving counter and mid-range more of a chance because, yeah, aggro in Magic isn't as linear as people make it out to be, but it's very, 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 very linear in Duel Masters. I mean, outside of luck mechanics and some minor decisions, but like... Alright, so opening hand. We've got a good amount of combo pieces. This is a lot like older decks where, Siege decks, where you want to tuck away your combo pieces into the mana zone because it's hard for your opponent to interact with that. This is aggro, so we'll see how it goes. This card specifically allows me to cheat in Siege, which is really, really good. So we're gonna tuck away Siege just to keep it safe. And these Ragnaroks are rough to have in the hand. We have some methods to put them into the shield, but we haven't drawn them. Oh, we just did, except we would need another light source. So the best thing I can do here is play that, and play this. And if we draw another light source, we can tuck a Ragnarok. We really don't want to get rid of Fierce Earth. And we want to at least have one creature to swap Siege in with using Fierce Earth. So for now we're holding on to Ragnarok. Especially now that they just played this, which shuts off some of our shield trigger creatures. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we've got some hand redundancy, which means we can use Fierce Earth for mana. And we've got another combo piece that we needed. So that's pretty lucky. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck that combo piece. I'm going to see if we hit a light mana. We didn't. This is the best move right now. Especially since they have this out, which would prevent this from being activated, so tucking it doesn't really help me in this case. The best thing we can do is just hope that we'll get to 8 mana and get Siege out, and then if we get Siege out, we can try to do combo. Based on what they just got, we're probably gonna lose. It's do or die here. It's basically just if we can get a second shield trigger. Okay, we got some shield triggers. They're not what we needed, so if we had gotten those last turn, we could have won, but I don't foresee it here. We'll still play it out for the viewers at home. But sometimes the best thing you can do is recognize when you've lost. Because even if this is a creature, yeah, we can't do anything. That's how it goes. But I still feel like we won because we got to play some Duel Masters. We got to talk about the plight of being a person. And yeah, keep an eye out for more streams.